find the probability to get one to get at least one tail to get at least one tail in throwing an two coins. I repeat the problem. Find the probability to get at least one tail in throwing an two coins experiment. Throwing throwing an two coins experiment. So how to get that? First step is write the solution for this. First step is you have to write the S. S is the sample space. What is called the sample space? That set of all possible outcomes. The set of all possible outcomes is called the sample space. How can you write the sample space for this? If you are throwing in two coins, what are the outcomes? Head, 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 tail, tail, head, tail, tail. This is the sample space. Then, what is the probability here? Find the probability to get at least one tail. At least one tail means probability to get at least one tail. What is the meaning of this? Is probability of one tail or two tail. At least one tail means you may get that one tail or two tail. So how to write that favorable event for this? Favorable event is probability of one tail. One tail is H tail, HT, TH, TT. At least one tail means one tail or two tail. So one tail is HT, TH, TT. Here one tail is there. Probability of at least one tail equal to number of favorable events. Number of favorable events are 3 events are there. Total number of events are 4. This is the answer for this. What is the probability? The leap year contains 53 Sundays. What is the probability? A leap year contains 53 Sundays. What is the probability? The leap year contains 53 Sundays. So how to write the solution for this? A leap year contains 66 days. Totally. So 52 weeks. 52 weeks. Total 52 weeks contains 52 Sundays. So what is 52 into 7?
364.
Okay, 364. Remaining how many days are there? 2 days are there.
2 days.
For the 2 days, what are the possibilities? For remaining 2 days,
2 by 7.
yeah, actually 2 by 7 is the answer.
Yeah.
2 by 7 is the answer. Since we may, the 2 days contain Sunday and Monday, Monday and Tuesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Thursday and Friday, Friday and Saturday, finally Saturday and Sunday. So here totally 7 possibilities are there. Total 7 possibilities are there. Out of 7 possibility, 2 possibility contains Sundays. Therefore, the probability of finally a leap year contains 53 Sundays. Probability of a leap year contain 53 Sundays equal to 2 by 7. A lot consists of 10 good articles, 4 with minor defects, and 2 with major defects. Find the probability of both are good. At least one is good. Neither has major defects. Neither has major defects. How to calculate this? Total number of articles are, how many total number of articles are there?
10.
What is n here?
10.
10, not 10. A lot consists of
16. 16.
16. Many of them have done the mistake in this. 10 good articles, 4 with minor defects and 2 with major defects. So total number of goods are articles 16. Okay, if 2 articles are chosen without replacement.
So what is the second question?
Not second question, first one only. See here. Okay, I repeat that. A lot consists of 10 good articles, 4 with minor defects and 2 with major defects. If 2 articles or choose. If two articles are chosen, write in the bracket without replacement. Find the probability of both are good, at least one is good, neither has major defects. Neither has major defects. So here you may get confused what is called that without replacement. Without replacement means at the same time you are choosing the two articles. You are not choosing one by one. You are choosing two articles at the same time. That is the meaning of this. So total number of goods are 16. Total number of ways to conduct two articles is 16C2. What is the 16C2 value? Calculate that. First question is both are good. Probability of both are good. That
So
is equal
120.
120. 120. Okay. So both are good means what? You are choosing the good articles. 10 good articles are there. Out of them, you are collecting two good articles. 10C2 by 16C2. This is the value. 10C2 value 10C2 45. Is it not? It is 120. It is 120. Numerator value.
45, sir.
45. 45 by 120. Second one is at least one is good. At least one. Probability of at least one good. So that means probability of one good or two good. One good or two good. That is equal to one good is 10C1 into I'm doing for first one. One good mean 10C1 into remaining 6 articles are there. Remaining 6 articles you are choosing 1 divided by 16C2. And then one more thing, uh, few of them are done the mistake in this point also. Simply they have written the 10C1 by 16C1 into 6C1 by 16C1 like that. Okay, don't write like this. Plus 2 good value we know that 45 by 120. So that is equal to 60 by 120 plus 45 by 120. This is the value. Third one is neither has major defects. Probability of neither has major defects. That is equal to both of them are not major defects. So how many major defects are there? 4 major defects are there. Remaining 12 values are there. So 12 article 12C2 by 16C2. This value is, what is this value and this value? 105 by 120. This value is 12C2. 120 denominator. Numerator value is,
So the answer for 2 is 7 by 8.
no, there's a last second one. Second one is 105 by 120, na?
That's 7 by 8, sir.
Okay. This one, last one, third one.
66 by 120.
Uh, multiplication law of probability. Write the heading, multiplication law of probability. If A and B are independent event, if A and B are independent event, then probability of A intersection B, this is also can be written as simply probability of AB equal to probability of A into probability of B. If A and B are independent events, probability of A intersection B or probability of AB equal to probability of A into probability of B. Okay. Here one question is arising. When both are independent event, we can write like this. Even we can extend this concept for n events. In case probability of A1, A2, n events are there. Extend for n events. N independent events are there. Then how can we write this? Probability of A1 plus, sorry, into probability of A2 into probability of AN. Here, in case if it is dependent event, then how can we define the multiplication law of probability? Listen, for this, we need to discuss about that conditional probability. Conditional probability. What is called the conditional probability? Just listen, don't write. The probability of some event A can be written as probability of A. It is unconditional probability, probability of A. Okay. In case if I want to write that the probability of A when B has already happened. Very simple example for this. In case one box is there in the video lecture also, I have explained this about the dependent event. When I explain about dependent event, I have explained this example. Listen, in case if it is one white ball, one red ball, one black ball is there. No need to write, just listen. That is enough. If one white ball, one red ball, sorry, one white ball, one red ball, one black ball is there. Okay. If I draw one white ball from this, I draw one white ball from this, not replace it. I will not replace it. I will not replace that. In the second draw, I draw one red ball. I draw one red ball after taken white ball. So here no need to write one red ball after taken white ball. No need to write like this. Simply how can we write that? Probability of red ball by white ball. If you write like this, then it is meaning probability of what is the drawing of one red ball, already one white ball you drawn in the first trial. That is, you are taking that one red ball in the second trial. When you are taking that, already you are taken that one white ball in the first trial. That is a symbolic representation. This is called the conditional probability. This is called the conditional probability. Any doubt is there? The conditional probability purely based on dependent event. Independent event, dependent event, both are different. What is a conditional probability? Conditional probability means, write the definition. Conditional probability definition: probability of A by B means, probability of A by B means the conditional probability of A, the conditional probability of A when B has already happened. Writing probability of A by B means the conditional probability of A when B has already happened or the conditional probability of A when B has given. Two meaning is there. One is conditional probability of A when B has already happened, or conditional probability of A when B has given. Here A is depends on B. A depends on B. Similarly, probability of B by A means, probability of B by A means conditional probability of B, conditional probability of B when A has already happened. Conditional probability of B when A has already happened. Then how to define? What is the value for probability of A by B and probability of B by A? Now listen, here I have defined that multiplication law of probability for independent event. You can write this is the case 1. Case 1. Now I go to that multiplication law of probability for the second case. Case 2. If A and B are dependent event. If A and B are dependent event, then the multiplication law of probability becomes probability of A intersection B. What is the probability to happen A and B together? So here also you have to mention A is dependent on B or B is dependent on A. Okay, first I take that A is depends on B. First I take that A is depends on B. If A is depends on B, which happen first? If A is depends on B, which happen first?
B, sir.
B happened first. So first we have to write the probability of B. Then A happened. A happened, but here you have to mention that B has already happened. Simply, if you are writing the probability of A, probability of A, probability of B, there is no meaning in this. Both are independent. So if it is A is depends on B, so how can you indicate that? First B happened. First B happened, then A happened depends on B. So what is probability of A by B? Here, in the conditional probability, this definition is important. What is probability of A by B? Can you tell me? Equal to what?
So probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B.
Hmm. Exactly. Okay. In case 2, first I take that subdivision A is depends on B. In case I take that B is depend on A, then the same multiplication law of probability can be written as how can you write?
So P probability of A multiplied by
A
probability of B by A.
B by A, because B is depends on A, so A happened first, probability of A into probability of B by A. At the time, this will become probability of B by A can be written as probability of A intersection B by probability of A. Easily you can remember A by B means A intersection B in the numerator. Denominator is this B, or in case if it is denominator is A will come. Easily you can remember the formula. Conditional probability formula.
Sir, I had a small doubt in the previous
Yes,
sum
yes.
that you did.
Previous sum.
Yes. So there the question was neither has major defects. And we had 10 good articles, 4 with
No,
minor
no,
defects.
no. Neither as major.
Yes, sir.
Oh, major. Okay.
And
Sorry,
you
sorry.
did 12 C2, sir.
Yeah. Exactly. It is not 12C2.
So it
14
should be
C2.
14 C2.
Yeah, 14 C2 by 16 C2. Correct one. Sorry. I took four minor defects actually. 4 is minor defect. Actually, 2 is major defect. Exactly. 14 C2 by 16 C2. That is the correct answer. Sorry. Change it. Your point is correct. I thought the question is minor defects.
So 91 by 120.
Yeah. Please 91 by 120. Okay. Problem. In a shooting test, the probability of hitting the target is 1 by 2 for A.
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
In a shooting test, the probability of hitting the target is 1 by 2 for A, 2 by 3 for B, and 3 by 4 for C. If all of them fire at the target, at the target. If all of them fire at the target, find the probability that find the probability that none of them hit the target. None of them hit the target. At least one of them hit the target. At least one of them hit the target. What is the answer for first one? None of them hit the target. Hit the target is 1 by 2. Probability of A. So A bar intersection B bar intersection C bar. None of them hit the target. A probability of A bar is 1 by 2 into probability of B bar is 1 by 3, 1 by 4. So 1 by 24 for the first one. Second one, at least one of them hit the target. Probability of at least one of them hit the target. That is equal to 1 minus (23 by 24). If P of A equal to 0.35, P of B equal to 0.73, 0.73, P of A intersection B equal to 0.14. Find probability of A bar union B bar. Write the note for this. De Morgan's law in the set theory. Anybody are able to remember the De Morgan's law for the set theory? There are several laws are there in that set theory: addition law, multiplication law, associative law, commutative law. Similarly, De Morgan's law is there. Even distributive law is also there in that set theory. A dash union B dash equal to A intersection B whole dash, or A dash intersection B dash equal to A union B whole dash. This is the De Morgan's law in set theory. Based on this, you can find that probability of A bar union B bar, A bar union B bar equal to probability of A intersection B whole bar. We know that probability of A dash equal to 1 minus probability of A. Using this step, we will get that probability of A intersection B whole bar equal to 1 minus probability of A intersection B. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.14 equal to 0.86. Note down that, find the probability of throwing some 7 with the 2 dice.
So could you please repeat the first sum once more?
Find the probability of throwing some 7 with the 2 dice. If probability of A equal to 0.5, probability of B 0.3, probability of B 0.3, probability of A intersection B, probability of A intersection B 0.15. Then find probability of A by B dash.
So what is that?
If P
Find
of
A by B dash.
B dash or A by B bar, anyone you can write. It's like probability of A by B bar. If P of A 0.29, probability of B 0.43, find probability of A intersection B bar if A and B are mutually exclusive.